Talk about technology and the fact that they're printing newspapers today. They're printing newspapers with ink that doesn't come off in your hands. They're printing newspapers with ink that doesn't come off on your hands. And you've both had boyfriends like that. At the end of the meal, and Aloysius III tells you that his surname is Duff, and he offers to pay for lunch by putting on his bill. You thank him kindly, and you both go back to the House of Men, where you both work as S&M rent boys. Hello, goodbye. Power. It's amazing how we adults give our power away. Grown men and women acting like small, powerless children, negating every shred of personal responsibility. Forgetting all those lessons we've learned, all those knocks we've taken in order to get where we are in our lives today. Just because someone, seemingly in a position of authority, it doesn't matter what kind of authority, it could be any, some trumped up, arrogant, impatient, bossy, it's usually a man. And it doesn't matter what kind of position or uniform, but it's usually got epaulets and gold buttons. And there you are, an adult, a grown person, behaving, doing everything this bastard wants you to do, falling at his every whim. And it might not even be an important looking uniform, but it usually is, with crisp pleated trousers and a keychain dangling. And you'll do anything. You'll bend over backwards because you've been to doing the gymnastics classes and it's working. You'll bend over backwards for this man who's dressed up in a uniform. All the lessons in your life forgotten. How can you let yourself be treated like this? I ask you, ladies and gentlemen! How can you let yourself be treated like this? Some man, some pond, some idiot, standing over you, shouting commands at you, treating you like a dog, demeaning you, and you're contorting to please them as they do that. How can you do that to yourself? Where's your self-esteem? And you find yourself doing what they ask willingly as they get louder and harsher and meaner and dirtier. You're doing things you don't want to do. How can you do this? You're doing things a prostitute would, a dirty, dirty prostitute. And you don't want to. No, stop, and please, and beg you, no, please, no, 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 oh, now come! We give our power away too easily. Now, I'm actually bisexual. It's a mixture of terror and amusement. Good. I like that. I'm actually bisexual. Now, some of you may think that's sitting on the fence. No, that's the one fetish I don't have. But I've never consummated with a woman. I've had sex with a woman, but never shared a bowl of very thin soup clarified by egg whites. I've been dating some women recently, and I have indeed noticed that they do talk a different language. With San Ho and Ling Wei, it's Chinese. I'd recommend that catalogue to anyone. It doesn't show the stains either. If you're happy and you know seems to be working, whatever it is. You're obviously deluded. Pleased to be here. I've got a friend, and he's closeted. He's a closeted gay man. There are still some. And he's a heavy drinker. He drinks really heavily. And he comes up with all sorts of ways and schemes of controlling his drinking. Like the latest one is he'll substitute red wine for lager. No, he sticks to 3 pints a night. And I said to him, I said, you know, have you thought about Alcoholics Anonymous? He says, I don't need to, I don't have a problem. I said, you know, do you think you should tell your wife about your sexuality? He said, I don't want to speak about it. I asked him who that young Arab boy was, and he says, what young Arab boy? Anyway, the other night, some of us, we went out for a karaoke evening, and it got quite embarrassing. I mean, I feel sorry for him. I am a wine man if I'm drinking. No lager for me. If you buy me beer, I'll throw it down the sink. And I've drunk so much I'm queasy, and I feel like throwing up. I'll do it in the toilet or in your coffee cup. I need to find a nice Rioja or a cabriolet. Olé, olé! If I drink Shiraz, my wife thinks that I'm gay. Sorry, darling. And she's right about my leanings. I think I was born that way. This Stepney born wine man is a big old yay! I am, darling. I think I was born that way. Oh, I've overdone it. Sorry, Carly. And I do like being Roger. That really is the truth. Sorry, love. But do me a favour, Abdul. Stop calling me Babe Ruth. No, Abdul, I've told you, don't call me Babe Ruth. Please, don't call me Babe Ruth anymore. I fancy a curry. What about you, Abdul? You had any curry later? You got curry on your tits. Oh, I fancy that. You can rub a Dan sack all over my nipples and lick it off like last night. Sorry, darling. Oh, I'm going to be ill. But you don't mind that, do you, Abdul? You love me as I am. Do. I love you too, Abdul. Sorry, darling. Suppose that means divorce.